Any question? K, I like the way you put the way you explained the accounting cycle. You said, I will codify it as book to reporting, B to R. Makes sense. Quite concise. So do we have any questions, ladies and gentlemen, as far as what I've said so far is concerned? Remember, I have not said so much. I only just said the difference between element and content. Elements are broken down into two buckets: financial performance element, financial position element. Under financial performance, income and expenses. Under financial position, assets, liabilities, equity. But broadly, we said that elements are the broad names we give to the substantive effect of transactions, events, and conditions when they happen. What is the name we give to it? The effect. What is the name we give to it? We move from there, we talked about content. Remember the message under content. Let me project it as I'm saying it. There is the IFRS compliant part of the content. Don't forget. And there is also the other national disclosures. That is the one required by each country. When you get to Germany, they will have their own national disclosures apart from the IFRS. When we get to Togo, when you get to South Africa, each country with theirs. But for us in Nigeria, the two in addition to the financial statement is statement of value added and 5-year financial summary. So Mr. Adebayo Kazim said, at what point is the other national disclosure required? Is it during preparation of financial statements? Yes. At this point, I think it's just fine for me to project that Dangote's financial statement now. It should be done with, yes, it has. It has. Let me see if I can open it. Great. So let us see the elements play out before we start talking about double entry. Let's see the elements play out in a financial report. This is not something I prepared. You can see on the board, Dangote Cement PLC. So let's see it play out. So the first thing you can see here is annual report and accounts. Sometimes they will tell you annual report and financial statement. Tomato, tomato. Onion, onion is still the same thing we are saying. So some people will say annual report and financial statement, still the same thing. So let's look at the content. All this design is not a part of the content. So don't go and say I saw design in Dangote. I did not see design in Unilever. Something is wrong. No, don't copy and dub everything with the name of the person. So here, look at the content laid out here. The content of this document. They broke it down into 5 segments. The first one, they call it strategic report. There's an aspect of the strategic report. There's an aspect in this document for corporate governance. There's an aspect for responsibility statement. There's an aspect for financial statement. And there's now an aspect for supplementary information. No wonder they called it annual report and account. Trying to tell you that it is not only the financial statement that is inside. There are so many other things that are inside. That's why they call it annual report and financial statement, or annual report and account. Important. Look at consolidated statement of profit or loss, or statement of profit or loss, statement of other comprehensive income, which is the same thing with what we mentioned earlier. Look at it, statement of financial position. We mentioned it as a content. Look at statement of changes in equity. We mentioned it as a content. Look at statement of cash flows. This is 113. We mentioned it. Look at 5-year financial summary. And look at the name they called it, other national disclosure, which is similar to what we mentioned earlier. That means if not for the Company and Allied Matters Act, the content will stop here. There will be no need for this additional 2. So you can see it play out right here in a Practical financial statement, not even us talking theory. Let's go to page 103 and see a statement of financial position. Look at the statement of financial position. Look at the top here. They said assets. Remember what we said? That one of the elements associated with financial position is assets. You can see assets there. Look at liabilities. Look at equity down here. So you can see the three elements inside the statement of financial position. So this is how a typical statement of financial position looks like for those who might not have seen it. Some people might not see a financial statement or prepare one maybe until 10 years after they start their career. Some people may not even ever see or prepare it at all. And that's the truth. Different people with their responsibilities in practice. Someone said they can't hear me. Guys, please, can you hear me? So we know if it's just that person's network. Can you hear me? All right. Okay, people can hear me. All right, thank you. So look at income statement again. Income, and you can see all the expenses under your income statement. And an important thing I forgot to mention, there are two types of income. We have revenue, that is the income from your core business. Accounting Yard was set up to deliver quality accounting trainings. Any money we get from those trainings is revenue to us. But if we sell one of our chairs or tables here, it's other income. Two different things, but all of them are within the bucket called income. 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 Some people will say income. We are still saying the same thing. Here is a statement of changes in equity. We have a statement of cash flow here. And look at the notes. All these are the notes. They're usually quite bulky. I'm just skimming through as fast as possible. Here are the notes. Here are the notes. Here are the notes. On another day, we'll talk more details about financial statements. And you can see the next set of items, other national disclosure. Don't forget, there is a content required by IFRS and there is a content required by the company law for that country. All right. In the absence of no question, or if there are no questions, I will proceed to double entry matters immediately. All right.